In the early 21st century, magic reawakened on Earth, and alongside it a new human race with orcs, elves, trolls, dwarves, and others. Humanity became meta-humanity. As technology proliferated and greatly advanced in the awakened world, global megacorporations seized ever more power, becoming de facto states with their own laws, courts, and armed forces. The corporations attempt to control all aspects of modern life. This has led to a vast and complex criminal underground which works for and against corporate interests. The independent career criminals who do what others can't or won't are called Shadowrunners. The year is 2101. Welcome to Fun City.
Previously on Fun City, the team is hired by Johnson Yuri to rid some property of a bug ghost. To do this, they need a talisman from his awakened colleague, Irina. But Irina first wants the team to prove their worth on a job of her own. She sends them to the South Bronx, where they're meant to frustrate the efforts of Flipper, a startup that buys and redevelops property faster than locals can compete, all thanks, apparently, to a wired connection between their office and the nearby municipal data center. The team meets Irina's local contact Calixto in their so-called Chamber of Commerce, a combination bar and shipping center in the neighborhood's largest fish market. They interview Flipper CEO Harris Trevorrow under false pretenses, with Lash posing as shoe maven and media celebrity Martha Washington and TK, the shoot's director. Their cover is nearly blown, but they snoop on the Flipper server room before the smoke hits the fan, and they must skedaddle. We join the team now as they leave Flipper and head towards the municipal data center, hoping to catch a shift change and sneak their way into the facility.
Is that, by the way, is that how that was going to go in your mind when you said that we would do the interview? Was that whole thing that just happened? Was that what you were thinking?
No, I wasn't. I mean, you know how it is. I don't really think that often.
But did we get that footage? That was really, I was in.
We did.
Lux takes out the contact and puts it in Lash's hand.
But I told you to record on your comm link.
I did record on my.
So we have a file.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a video.
We have a file.
Yes, I didn't get all of the footage of the plants and stuff that I was looking at.
No B-roll.
No, I didn't get all.
No,
I didn't get all the pickups that I said I was getting with my eye.
That was incredibly close, by the way.
It was.
Well, I think.
You guys in? You guys are in Henley the Bentley?
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
Are we in?
Yeah, I mean, you're pulling up alongside.
Okay.
You're like a half a block away, maybe. You can see it in the distance. It's up and to the right-hand side.
What could I do to help you?
Well, can you see if there's anybody in there still?
Yes.
Sense it.
Viv can sense the building.
They're probably not awakened, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Viv got 5 hits on a sensing test.
Thank you, Viv.
Which is a lot of information. So, presence, location of Deltaware implants, gene treatments, nanotech, presence of technomancers, accurate diagnosis of any disease or toxins. Yeah.
And I think at the same time, TK is going to run a matrix perception test to see.
There is a single figure in the municipal data center. It is a slightly older man, and he has his feet up on a counter of some kind. There's a lot of technology in that room.
Okay.
That's what you see.
No implants, no diseases. Got it.
How was his GPA?
Can we figure that out on a sensing?
Yeah,
If you had gotten one more hit,
That's because that's an essence of your being, of your aura, is your GPA. It's imprinted into who you are, into your soul.
That's your permanent record, and they meant it. Mm-hmm. It's always there.
By the way, Anthony Carboni is joining us on this episode.
No, that's a voice I'm doing. That's a voice I'm doing.
He is our first ever guest on Fun City.
Goodness, thank you for having me.
Carboni, welcome.
It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure being the first guest.
Carboni, can you just, for people who in our audience might not be familiar with your varied presences on the internet, can you just tell us a bit about what you do?
Sure. Right now, you can mostly see me making the Star Wars show for Lucasfilm. So that's youtube.com/Star Wars and StarWars.com. I also do live events and red carpets and all kinds of things for them. And then I occasionally host things elsewhere. Hello from a dark and strange future. We recorded this a little bit ago, and the Fun City crew was kind enough to allow me to update you on some other stuff I've got going on. Number one, my science comedy podcast, We Have Concerns. You can catch that every Friday on wehaveconcerns.com. And I stream very often on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Anthony Carboni. Maybe not the most important message to send back from the future, but here we are.
You're a fancy boy.
I'm a pretty fancy boy. I'm a raconteur, Mike.
And yet here you are,
A man
slumming,
about
it with,
town.
slumming it with the Shadowrunners.
I know.
And old friends.
It's
And
true.
old friends.
Would you say you're running in the shadows right now?
I would say.
That's
I was running in the shadows. I'd say I was running with the devil. I'd say I was running.
Similar related?
I'd say I was running with scissors.
Wow.
I would say. That's it.
Dancing with wolves.
Dancing with wolves. Dancing like no one's watching. In this house, we do hugs. All of that stuff.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. That's what I would say, basically. And that's all you need to know about me.
So you see one dude. There's a guy with his feet up on a counter or like on a rail of some kind in the municipal data center. TK, did you roll a matrix perception?
I did not because I was anyway. 3 hits.
All right.
3 hits on 10 dice. Great, thanks.
What do you want to know? Like you're looking at this building that's full of technology.
I think TK is just doing this to try and get a general sense of like what kind of thing is in there. I mean, like he knows that there's obviously going to be like a lot of data protection software. Like there's probably ice. Like he gets like a vibe from places, and I think he's just trying to figure out like what kind of place this is, like whether it's going to be extremely hostile or not.
I mean, I don't
in
think,
terms of the devices that are connected to the network.
Like then in that case, roll intuition.
Okay, I will do that. But I mean, like he wants to like figure out like the whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's matrix perception. It's a municipal data building that's municipal data center run by the city. You see a big empty space where there's no
4 hits.
On intuition. Yeah, it is likely that a municipal data center will have all kinds of security installed in it, but it's also the graveyard shift at this point. If you talk to Viv and she tells you that there's one guy there, like he's probably just the minder. So, you know.
Anyway, team, I think we should just break in.
Cool.
There
are we
is
gonna
one
do?
person there, an older gentleman.
Let's knock on the door. See if he answers.
I could distract the guy and talk to him in the front if you guys want to sneak in somewhere.
Great.
Maybe
Classic
we're a security firm.
I was thinking about saying there was something like his car hit my dog.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's
do
do it.
All right, we're going around back. Wait.
You mean the front door?
Wait. You said you'd distract them at the front so we could go around.
Yeah,
Oh.
I could probably figure out a way to
Yeah.
distract this guy.
All right. I'll take Viv. Lash, you stay with Lux.
Cool.
Okay, so Luxe and Lash are going up to the front door of the municipal data building, and Viv and TK are going around back to see if there's a rear entrance.
Exactly.
Okay, we're going to take Luxe and Lash first. Luxe and Lash, as you are walking up the front door, the brass slat in the wooden, like large, thick wooden door opens, and you hear a voice come through the other side, and it says...
Hi. Are you the guy I called, or you know?
Yes. We're afraid we don't have long though, unfortunately.
I'm sorry. I thought you were the pizza guy. I'm not allowed to let anybody in tonight. I'm sorry, we're closed.
and then the slat closes, like slowly and apologetically, like he's...
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You hear it very quietly from the other side of the door.
Yeah, I knock again.
Are you the same people?
Wait, we have the pizza.
The slat opens excitedly, and you can
Yeah.
see him curling his eyes around.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Cool.
We don't have a lot of time because we lost your pizza.
Okay. I
Yeah.
guess
Our system
you
went...
can refund me on the app, or
No,
you can just bring me
it's- our
back another pizza. That's fine.
Our
I'm
system
here
went
all
down...
night.
Sir?
I'm
He-
here all night. If you just want to bring me another
Sir?
pizza, that's fine.
Sir,
The
we're-
slat is slowly closing.
Sir, we're
it's
very
like
sorry.
he's just, and his voice is getting smaller and smaller
Our
as it
system
closes.
went down. We need to get the order from you manually. We're gonna go make your pizza. We're gonna be right back with it, sir. All right, you don't need to be upset.
I'll just put it on the app.
The app is
the
down.
app's down.
TK and Viv, there's a crunching sound coming from underfoot as you cross underneath the armature and the huge bundles of wires because there's all of this loose stone. And then it sort of gets a little bit more solid as you step on the grating that all of those wires are coming down. You can also see when you start to look around, there are a bunch of security cameras around. This is like a very, very well surveilled area for obvious reasons. And when you turn around to get to the back of the, like this, weirdly shaped building, you don't really see that much. It's just there's a small gap between this building and a high concrete wall that is the ending of the Flipper backyard, but there's not much of interest. There are no doors. There's no windows.
Are there any wires that are going
Mm-mm.
the wires are just going underground?
The wires are going underground to the side of the building, and there are no wires in the back of the building. There's a very short gap between the back of the municipal data center and the wall that protects Flipper's backyard.
We need to find a way in here.
I have a laser cutter.
You do?
Yeah, I got one, but I thought we were gearing up, so I did some stuff to Henley, and I was like, we should probably do something useful.
Lux,
Yes.
roll logic.
Critical glitch.
Oh no! What?
Oh. Folks,
I got 3 ones.
coming in from the outside as somebody who listens to this show, you cannot underestimate the joy that you picture on Taylor's face. It's so close to the reality, but it can't quite capture it. You can't quite capture the joy that Taylor just has on his face when these people fail at anything.
It's like Mighty Ducks, when they win, and it's great.
It's like after Emilio
enough to want
Estevez finds his heart and he cares about the children, but in
Yeah.
reverse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lux, there is no way with your current resources that you can get into this building.
Lux.
Yes.
Okay, what's the plan?
He just saw us. There's no way we could get into this building.
No. What if we distract him? What if I make it so it seems like the fire alarm's going off in the back or something
Lash?
like that? Yeah.
There's no way we could get into the building. I'm going to go sit in the car.
What? You're gonna stay in the car? We're in the middle of a job.
I thought the pizza app being down was going to do it. And
Yeah.
and the guy didn't even listen that the
What if
pizza
we-
app was down.
What if we
And
get
he's
a
going to know the app is not down because he's about to go check it. It was a terrible lie. I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to take a very small nap.
No.
What?
We're not taking a nap. What if the pizza guy then is on his way? We could steal the pizza from the pizza guy and get in there.
How are you guys doing? I'm about to cut through this wall.
Well, I don't think it's possible.
Lex, I've never seen you this way.
Look, there's been a lot going on
Yeah.
in my life. I have got to go sit in the car. You could try the
What?
pizza thing.
You're slumped over. It's so sad.
Do you have a cigarette? I'm sorry.
No, I don't
You don't?
smoke.
Okay. I don't either.
You smoke, Lex?
Hey,
What?
The pizza delivery guy just shut up.
Oh,
I
Lash, do whatever you want.
Usually-
Lash it runs and tackles him to the ground.
Okay.
She's so overwhelmed. She's never seen Lux so not having a plan that she's just confused and she just runs at the pizza guy.
Carboni, please roll reaction plus intuition.
Jesus Christ.
sure.
And while you are doing that,
does my comm message go through, or is it just not?
it seems like they're very concerned about
Yeah.
talking Lux out of his funk.
Because
And while you are doing this, Carboni, if you could please just describe for us your character, what your character looks like.
Looks like a simple pizza delivery boy, only 45. He's a 45-year-old pizza delivery boy.
That's okay.
Oh,
You
so-
just tackled a 45-year-old pizza delivery
So
boy.
he's a freelancer.
And
Yeah.
I hope that you're proud of yourself, because this guy's life is clearly not going well.
Lash is always proud of herself.
Yeah, especially when I tackle.
I got one.
That was a 6.
That was a 6. And then this is up against a rock at an angle, and it's weird. And that's up against a...
You see what we have to work with
We
here?
all use an app? Okay, so I got 1.
Roll it again.
Roll it again. 2.
Ooh.
Roll that
again.
again.
2.
Okay, 2.
2.
I mean, if you just want to roll your...
And do I use my natural
Yes, you do.
athlete?
Oh, snap.
This pizza boy is tackled.
Do we want, just for ease of reference, do you want to have a name? Do you want to reveal your name? Do you want to reveal your name in the world of the living and not in the world of the story?
I mean,
Or should we just refer to you as Pizza Boy for now?
for right now, I'm a pizza boy and I'm
Okay.
getting tackled.
All right, great.
Do we remember what was the name on the pizza boy's name tag? I think
6 hits.
I can't
Andre.
remember. Andre. He's Andre the pizza boy.
You careen across the sidewalk and the edge of the curb, and you fully tackle a pizza boy, and you're a little weirded out as you get close because this pizza boy is not a pizza boy, definitely a pizza man.
Oh, pizza man.
And you go tumbling through the down the street. The pizza is thrown.
That's my entire night. That's my entire night.
Is it one pizza?
This is it. You think how many people do you think order a pizza during the graveyard shift at South Bronx in the middle of nowhere?
Lux
The
runs-
stakes for me could not be higher.
Lux runs up to her, runs up to the pizza boy, apologizing. I'm so sorry, sir.
What is wrong
This is
with
my
you?
sister. This is my sister. She's very
If
sick.
you want a pizza, you just use the app.
I
Anyone can
understand.
have
I understand.
A pizza.
We don't want the pizza. She needs to deliver this pizza. I promise you, or she will take your pants off.
I
She's
need
gonna
to
take your-
deliver this pizza.
No, she has to.
Or I'm gonna get fired.
Listen to me right now.
You listen to me, sir.
I am very
the stakes for me
I'm conning him. I'm
could
rolling.
not
Conning-
be
rolling.
higher.
I'm rolling the con.
Okay, roll con, and then what is the opposed on con?
Con or negotiation if you have those skills, plus intuition. If you don't have either of those skills, con or negotiation, you have to just roll intuition.
I believe, Carboni, you will be rolling 14 dice.
14 dice.
That is how many dice I'll be rolling.
Very smart pizza boy.
I don't think this pizza boy is who he says
Who
he
is this pizza boy?
I'm a pizza man.
Oh, who?
I'm a
is this
45-year-old pizza man.
I just want to cut really quick back into the interior of the municipal data center to see what our municipal data center babysitter is up to. Is he hearing any of this, or does he have like headphones on?
No, he's not hearing any of this. The walls of this place are government building thick. And he's got a little hologram box
Got like a little
on a
trig
table.
guy?
Yeah, and the little Trid show is playing.
What's he watching?
It's a family sort of comedy drama about a family that has moved into a church, and it's called Stained Glass Windows. And he loves it. It's like is it the
show
like
that-
Coronation Street? It's like
Sure, yeah.
this is the
It's been on for 40 years.
for morons, and they love it. It's been on for a generation.
Oh, I love it.
Does he know the words?
Suck it, Coronation Street fans.
Got him.
And it's the finale, and it starts off with, for a generation of morons, the greatest story comes to an end.
You really stuck it to my wife's grandmother just now.
Exactly who I was going for.
All right.
Five
Lux,
hits.
5 hits.
9.
Oh!
Is it possible Lux has met his match?
Lux starts trailing off as he sees this
Wait,
guy.
so you got to go through it. So, like, what are you
Yes.
trying to convince him
So
of?
I said she is going to take. She needs to, and then he
She needs
starts
to what? Just what?
He starts trailing off as he sees in your eyes that you're not convinced at all, and then Lux goes, "You're not a fucking pizza boy. Who the fuck are you?"
That's not your sister.
No, it's not.
This whole relationship is built on a foundation of lies.
Yes, it is.
So now what are we going to do? You're going to let me finish my job and you can go off with your sister, whoever it is, and I can make
know.
my money for the night?
I don't know. She could still beat the shit out of you.
She could beat the shit out of me. Would that make you feel good if you beat the shit out of
No,
me?
we need to.
No, I'm asking her. Would it make you feel
Wait
good
a
to
second.
beat the shit out of me? A
Lux.
pizza man.
Yes.
So this
I start
pizza
walking over.
man
Okay.
is not.
It's not a pizza man.
Are you
We're
sure?
gonna tell on you. You're not a pizza man. I know you're not a
You're
pizza man.
going to tell on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Lash.
tell on
Watch,
you.
watch this happen. Knock, knock, knock.
The slat opens.
Hi, I'm here with your pizza.
Oh man, thank you so much. Be careful. There were some people outside. Oh wait, is that a large?
Is that a problem?
I ordered 2 mediums
Oh.
because the large won't fit in the hole.
Oh, no. Listen, I'll just... Can you open the door? Is there a way to do that? Or is this...
I'm not supposed to open the door
Listen,
for anybody after we shut down.
No,
for the
I
day, but-
understand. Maybe I could just... maybe I could just set it down and I'll back away or something. I don't know. I don't want you to go without a pizza.
Yeah, just
It's the finale of Stained Glass Windows
Well,
tonight. Have you
no.
been watching? And I don't want to if you're
Oh, man,
if you're
look.
watching, I want you to have
It's
snacks.
starting. It's starting.
Here.
No, look, I have to go into the back and turn the switch to let me
Okay,
open the door.
yeah,
And so
sure.
just like a minute and a half.
Minute and a half.
I'll be right back. Just don't go
Okay, your
anywhere.
pizza's getting cold, buddy.
I know.
The slat is open, stays open, and you hear footsteps in the back.
Lux is kind of.
I'm gonna look into the slot and see if there's anything that I can see or do to get this open before the minute and a half.
I'm starting to think this isn't a pizza boy.
It's not a pizza boy. Hey, what the hell do you want to do in there?
How far
Lux is
back are
kinda-
they still?
Lux is kind of trying to whisper because
They tell me. I'm picturing you on the sidewalk while the pizza boy is on the top of the stairs, and you're whispering, like stage whispering, like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?"
I'm doing my job.
The loudest whisper noise you can.
What do you do?
What job are you on?
What the hell job are you on?
I'll tell you what. Okay, you're not very good at context clues, huh? Not very observant. I ride a scooter. I wear a polyester shirt and a cap. I have a hot bag of pizza. What is your job? What do you do?
Okay, Carboni.
Yeah.
Please do the will check that your character has to do when he meets a new group of people.
Okay.
Whoa.
That means you have to roll will, and you have to get 3 or higher.
I know.
Okay.
I know, and it's not easy.
Is this character modeled after my own social anxiety?
He got a 1.
You catch yourself. Like you've like lost control, and you've lost control of your emotions, and you're a little ashamed at the moment, and it suddenly dawns on you that if you don't reel it in, like these people are gonna remember your face.
Right.
Who knows what circles they travel in? They're gonna go say mean things about you. They're gonna tell people that you're bad at your job, through the grapevine or something, and they're just
I'm a 45-year-old pizza man with a lot of social anxiety is who I am. I don't know, y'all seem to have something going on in your lives, and I did not mean to run afoul of it, and I do not mean to make you angry, and I do not want to ruin your night. I just want to deliver my pizza. Are you two okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Is it that you're hungry? What is it?
Now please roll etiquette.
Lots of rolls. Wait, so is he a pizza
I believe you roll also 13 for etiquette.
I do roll 13 for etiquette.
Yeah, wow.
Etiquette is the only thing that stops us from slipping into anarchy.
He's not wrong.
I'm going to roll 13 for etiquette.
Do you
Wow.
want to do that quickly for you?
5.
Okay.
Is this like a con? And I do like a.
It's not a con, it's being polite. Maybe you've heard of it. Be a person.
I think you like this is a choice, right? We've talked about this before that like in Shadowrun, everything is designed as a battle. There's not a lot of indication that you can just choose to accept the outcome. So this person is making a sort of like apology. They're making an entreaty to you to
do
like.
I want to let him
do you
genuinely
want to
apologize?
just let do you accept it, or do you want do you emotionally are you open to the idea that this person recognizes that they lost control a little bit? Or do you resist it, and do you want to?
No, we want to know why he wants to get in this building.
That's not a question you were asking. Do you accept my
Well,
apology
accept
or
the
not?
apology, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Alright.
He could be polite, yeah.
Sure, I have to apologize all the time.
Well, maybe you should apologize for tackling him.
What?
What?
So, Viv and TK, you come around the corner having heard some dull shouting, and you see a pizza boy with a pizza at his feet in front of the door of the municipal data center with the slat that's open, and you see Luxe and Lash at the bottom of the stairs, and Lash like has this sort of weird grimace on her face, and Luxe is pointing his finger and kind of like mid-sentence as you come around, and the pizza delivery boy is kind of like looking over his shoulder and has this very mournful, apologetic look on his face.
Guys, what the fuck is happening?
Hey all, GM Mike here to say, first, if you haven't, subscribe to our Patreon. You get access to Fun Chatty, our bi-weekly chat show, where we talk about making Fun City, tabletop role-playing in general, entertainment, politics, and all kinds of other stuff. As a patron, you also get access to our Discord, one-off games, in-universe fiction, and more. It's a real treasure trove. We have a lot of fun making stuff, and there's a lot of it to be seen and heard and read over on our Patreon. But I also wanted to provide a little pandemic production update just in case you've missed them elsewhere. If you want to skip this, it's about 3 minutes long, a little bit under that. So, All of these episodes were recorded pre-pandemic, and of course, we are not yet able to return to the studio to record more Fun City episodes. We have enough pre-recorded material to get us through 2 more episodes after the one that you are currently listening to. And so, then, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to put the main Fun City arc on pause. We talked about making the show via Zoom, but it doesn't feel right for our story, for this game. It's so much about the players and the characters interacting with one another in the room and sort of like taking your cues and building story that way that it just feels like it would be a different show. So we thought, why not, for the time being, just make a slightly different show? So assuming that we're not able to get back into the studio in the next week or so, we're going to start recording a bonus campaign. And it's going to be released as the show normally is on this feed and on our Patreon. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's going to be some transitional material from the world of Fun City and Shadowrun to the universe of Stillfleet. Stillfleet is an as-yet unpublished tabletop role-playing game written by my close friend Wythe Marshall, which you've maybe heard me talk about other places. It takes place 100 million years in the future after a series of events connects and then severs and then reconnects countless distant alien civilizations. I'm going to put a link in the show notes to a public post on our Patreon where you can read basically a slightly longer text version of what I'm saying right now, but the long and short of it is our Stillfleet bonus arc is going to have new characters, but is going to deal with many of the same themes and challenges that you've come to expect from Fun City. They're going to be contextualized by galactic economic forces rather than municipal ones, a universe of people and places rather than neighborhoods in awakened, rebuilt New York. I've been playing Stillfleet games for almost a decade now, and I can say with confidence that you're going to love it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a really weird, really different system, and it's just, man, even as a piece of fiction, it's really incredible, and I'm really excited for the Fun City crew to get to play in it, and I'm really excited for you to get to hear about it. Also, I'm going to continue to DM. Taylor is going to continue to menace, so none of those things will change. We're going to commit to probably somewhere around a 5-episode bonus arc at first, starting sometime in July, and we're going to go from there, always with an eye towards restarting the main Fun City arc as soon as we can get back into the studio. I also want to say, to just sort of wrap this up, that we don't take this shift lightly. This is a big, if momentary, change to a show and a story that we hope that you're invested in, but we hope that you will trust us and journey with us for an arc or two to a point in orbit around some distant sun 100 million years in the future. For now, though, back to the Municipal Data Center in the Bronx in the year 2101.
By the way, have I looked into the slot yet?
Yeah, so do you want to know what's in the slot?
Yeah.
So, when you get closer, it's very warm. You can feel warm, like hot, dry air coming through. You can see that the back 3 walls of the pepper mill are this massive patch bay, and the patches are the size of like baseball bats. They're huge, they're giant, and the cables are massive. Right. And it's a rat's nest. It's a mess. Not all of the inputs are occupied. There's actually a fair number that aren't, but you can see that there's just many, many, many cables patched into this massive bay. The bay is directly behind a kind of sunken pit that is built into the room. There's a couple steps. There's a round kind of step. It's almost like a forum, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it sort of steps in a little bit. There's 3 or 4 steps. And in the center of this circular part, there's just a large server array. And it looks, you know about technology things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's new. It's like state-of-the-art, very nice. It's sort of strange that in this old, quaint municipal data center thing, the technology that they have in it is quite up to date.
Okay.
And then you can see if you really just sort of like look down as close as you can to where you are, like you crane your eyes off to the
head
left.
Goes up and then
the eyes go down. You can see just the edge of a console. It's like a desk with some buttons on it. You can't really make out what it is.
Okay. But nothing that's going to help me get this door open before.
No. And what you do see now that you're closer and you're kind of looking around, you can see that the hinge mechanism that holds the door into place
Yeah.
is fucking beefy. It looks like massive like robot teeth. Is
Strong
the
boy.
Yeah, and it's
Real
like
strong boy.
it's in there.
Okay, so our dolt who's watching his show has to open the door, otherwise nothing's happening.
And actually,
You said he watches a show for dolts, for
Ouch,
dummies.
man. Ouch.
You said he's watching stained glass windows. That's a bad show for bad people. You said so yourself.
as TK asks, what the fuck is going on? You hear a release of air, like a hydraulic system is kicking in, and you see the weird teeth that are holding the door into place on the left-hand side of the frame, kind of like jut away from one another and separate from the back. And the door doesn't recede into the building. The door doesn't slide on a hinge. It's sort of like unhooks from the frame and pushes back in a weird arc. So like it's moving slightly backwards and then slightly to the left.
Okay.
And you can hear these very strong motors working it as it's going. And you realize that like, oh, this maybe looks like it's wood, but maybe is not.
Okay.
Yeah, the door is opening very slowly.
Okay. Can I fit through yet?
Not quite yet,
But soon.
but soon.
You're gonna let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know.
Because I'm watching.
Yes.
All right.
What's everybody else gonna do?
Lux, what's going on?
And I
Your
I
friends were very rude to me, but I think we've worked it out.
Who are you?
I think we've apologized. I'm Andre. I'm here to deliver the pizza. I did to the employee that's
shut up,
inside.
shut up.
No,
Shut
excuse me. That's very rude of you. You asked what's going on. I'm letting you know what went on. Your friends tackled me in the
TK is
middle of
very
nowhere.
frustrated.
I'm just trying to do my job.
TK is very
The
frustrated.
door is opening.
I had to run up here and yoink.
Oh, hey, I'm back. Oh,
Luck follows him in.
Follow him. I run right in.
you hit my face.
I run right in. I'm running for the lever that closes this door.
Lash's
Viv runs
And
in.
they've got to go up a flight of stairs, right?
You're not a pizza man.
No. You're right. I'm not a pizza man, and Stained Glass Windows is a shitty show.
Oh, I have charms.
You do not see an obvious button to close the door. When you get inside, you see it is an array of blinking lights and buttons. But you are inside.
TK just rushes in behind
Viv
him.
is
Okay,
inside as
TK's
well.
in, Viv is in.
I said Lux follows him in immediately.
While we're running, I'm like,
Yes.
Lux, what's going on?
And yeah,
I'm like, this guy's not a pizza guy.
and
What happened?
I run directly
Is that-
for
Kid, where is the button? The button, kid.
Oh,
These
man.
guys are bad news, kid. Where is the
Oh,
button?
God. Oh, shit.
Lash
oh,
runs
no.
directly to tackle.
Andre starts running to the, or not running, but like.
Andre?
I'm
Sorry,
Andre.
you're Andre.
Michael. Michael.
Sorry.
Michael.
These are two very different, very well-rounded, very deeply realized characters, and I can't believe that you would get them. This is
Honestly,
this
I
is stained
swear to
glass
God,
window
Mike.
level character building.
Should I see myself out?
Oh, God.
Does this-
No, so my...
Jen, you're the DM now.
The person I'm playing, he's just sort of like a pudgy 5'5" white guy, early 50s, late 40s, almost completely bald, a little hair around the edges, and it's like getting too long to have hair. You know, just a sort of a perfectly oval face.
Oh, wait.
not
You're
a
way
wicked-
older than I thought you were, but that's okay. I'm a 45-year-old pizza guy. Where is the button that closes the door, man?
Oh God! Oh man! Oh no! He stumbles. He like barely gets up on his feet and just starts pinwheeling to the back of the room.
Okay, but everybody's in, you said, right?
Everybody's in.
Everybody's in. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go, tackle him! He's going to close the door!
I was already going directly towards Michael. Lash has just like tackle on the brain, and so she's tackled Michael.
Roll your strength and your your agility. You can tell that he's woozy and he's like stumbling, and as you're running towards him, he's got an arm out, like he's about to touch something. In front of him you can now get a good sense of what it was that you could only see the edge of. In the front part of the peppermill of the building, there's a long arcing table that's a kind of like command console sort of thing. There's a lot of buttons, there's a lot of knobs and levers. There's a big floating monitor that has a bunch of readouts, sort of like an instrument panel. It's got a GUI for all the things in the room. It looks like something that you interface with in order to control the building itself.
Okay.
And you can see that there is a small panel of like large-ish buttons that are towards the end of the arc of this long desk with all of these instruments on it. And that is the thing that this man seems to be heading towards.
Okay.
Lash, how'd you do?
Lash got 2 hits.
Okay. Does he even have a reaction plus intuition?
Everybody's got
This is his reaction and intuition.
No,
the tiniest
baby.
dice I could find.
Well, let's one for reaction, one for
Buddy.
intuition.
Buddy,
Oh.
I feel bad.
No hits. Wait, what are the rules for glitch?
Half ones.
Oh, he
I
glitched.
glitched.
Michael glitched. We glitched this poor
He
man.
runs into the tackle like a hug. Like,
No, here's what happens. Lash, you tackle him.
Yeah.
You grab him around the torso, and you manage to stop him through no fault of your own. You could not have seen it coming. He hits his head on the counter. And is completely unconscious. Unfortunately, what he also managed to do was push the large red button that he was after.
no.
Is the door closing?
And so you hear the sound that you just heard again, the door closing, and you hear a siren start to wail.
PK, can you turn that off?
Yeah, can one of you who is this guy? Just somebody tackle that guy.
I'll tell you who I'm not.
No,
the
no.
worst, which is who the four of you are.
Tackle that guy.
I cannot believe.
I'm gonna jack into the Matrix.
If you try to come and tackle me again, you will not enjoy it.
Viv is just
Viv,
walking
Viv,
calmly
do
toward
something.
him and no. What is your name?
My name is Andre the Pizza Guy, and I am going to try to turn off this siren right now. And I pull off my stupid pizza uniform, and I go to my deck, and I start
Oh my God,
to try
the
to
pizza
get...
uniform was Velcro.
That's right. It was a breakaway pizza uniform because I'm good at my job.
Whoa, this guy's cool.
Yeah, I'm very cool. Thank you for noticing finally,
very
instead of
like-
working against me.
It's very like 1997 soccer apparel
Yeah.
advertisement.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
I used to work at a movie theater, and we had these polyester uniforms that just pop right off over your head.
hell
They were
yeah.
like way too stretchy, but they weren't tight. They were just stretchy, and I picture that being Andre's uniform. And he just yanks it right off, and I go to my deck, and I start trying to turn off this siren.
The first thing that you notice if you try to connect to anything in this room is that via your deck, either of you, Pizza Boy Andre, Pizza Man Andre, or TK, or Lash for that matter, there's no wireless anything.
Oh, boy.
There's
Oh,
Jesus.
boy.
there's
gotta dig
no
the joke.
wireless connection.
Okay, so we've got two things going on here.
Your deck, both of you
Yeah.
with decks, would have a universal data jack, would have a connection on it.
Okay.
And you would both recognize it would stick out clear as day on that panel next to the terminal.
Okay.
There's a glowing blue circle for you to just plug into if
Okay.
you want to.
So I go to plug in.
You gonna
Yeah, TK
you guys
also
gonna fight
plugs in.
about it? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there only one?
Is there only
There's
one?
only one.
Are you plugging in?
Do you want it? You go. If you want it, you go.
All right.
Someone turn
Fine,
it
fuck.
off.
All right, I'll go. Watch him. I don't know this guy.
Meanwhile, I'm looking around the room for something. I'm looking for an object. I don't want to get too specific here, but I'm looking for something for the pizza I'm here to deliver, Mike. Do I see anything relevant to the pizza I am trying to deliver here, Mike?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Lash leans over to Viv and says, "This guy, I am starting to think is not a pizza guy."
Clearly, dear.
TK's in full view. He's just like,
You're in.
I'm in. Wait, so what do I see?
You see
It's a bad
I
roll.
didn't make the rolls.
I got 2.
Okay. You do not see anything that would be related to the job that you are on.
Okay.
Viv offers her hand. Hello, we are here to steal information.
Hello. I respect that. And I'm not going to touch you.
Why
But
ever not?
But I am going to say I like the cut of your jib.
I like this guy since he took his pizza boy outfit off.
You don't. What do
yeah,
you
what
hate?
do you-
What do you hate? The working class? What is wrong with you?
What are you wearing?
Everybody's got to make a living.
What are you wearing underneath the pizza uniform?
Underneath the pizza uniform, I am wearing basically like loose fitting kind of like fleece jacket with hood and then like some loose pants. But underneath it, you can tell that I'm also wearing pretty nice, pretty light body armor. But you can tell I probably bought it a long time ago and I've probably taken a couple shots and I should take it in to get rewoven, but I haven't. But I'm taking very good care of it. Looking at anything else that's visible on me, my deck is like, you know, when an editor wants to buy a MacBook Pro, but they settle for a Razer, you know, and it's like, it's just as good, but it's like a little more plain and like whatever. I've basically got like the Razer of decks. Like all of my equipment is very good and functional, but not very flashy or super nice.
So you're in this room. You see the large 3-part wall of cables, the giant patch bay. Now that you're all in here, you notice a detail about this patch bay that you could not have noticed from outside, which is that the patches are covered in dust. It's like they got like a optimal setting and then never had to touch it again. They're like, this is just how the information is patched now, and they don't need to change it. It just is what it is. No one has touched these patch bays who knows how long. The server that is in the middle of the data center is very new. You can see that it is on. You see the arc of the command console that you're in front of that has all of these buttons and knobs and sliders on it with the terminal that TK is about to jack into. And you see kind of opposite it, on the other side of the door that you just came in through, another door. There is a second door that also has a large, like, robot teeth hinge mechanism that's keeping it shut. This one is very clearly made of metal. There is a little security panel next to it, and then a little bit over to the right of that, between that door and the door that you just walked into, you can see the bolting mechanism that is now closed in the door. And there are these large, again, like baseball bat-sized pistons that slide through a security slot mechanism that's on the back of the door. So you can see that not only on the left-hand side is it like clenched shut, there are bolts through the other side.
Can you describe the door more?
No.
Lash wants to take a look. Michael is out, right?
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, that's,
Can I like?
Michael? Wait, do we even say that my name's Michael?
Yeah.
what do you want him to be called?
No, it's okay. I'll
No,
go
you
on.
never. I mean, we never knew his name. You
I
just-
thought we said it was Michael.
You said it was Michael.
I said it was Michael?
Yeah.
He said it was Michael.
Nah, y'all made that up.
I
Y'all
wanna-
made that up.
I want to check on Michael if he has any like security cards or like keys or anything like that.
He does have a small ID badge that is attached to his belt.
Okay, I'm gonna take that
You have that.
and look at it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. His name tag says Michael Stewart. And underneath it is like the logo of the thing that he is, which is like it's like a corporate security thing. It's like a shield with 4 red dots on it, and it says "Lock It Up Safety Gang."
Wow.
A subsidiary of Ares Incorporated.
What is Lock It Up City Gang member?
Safety.
gang.
Oh, Lock It Up Safety Gang member.
Hey, Viv, what are the chances that your buddy is going to get this siren turned off real quick?
Pretty high.
Great, because I want to take a look at this second door.
Ah.
Hey, Tackle. Anything on that badge?
Hey, my name's Lash.
Hi, Lash. I'm Andre
But
the
I
Pizza
lo-
Boy.
But I love the idea of being called Tackle.
That's my
cool name.
That's my nickname for you now. You're Tackle.
I love that about you, Andre the Pizza Boy.
I love the way you tackle security guards. I don't like the way you knock them into consoles, but we'll work on it.
Oh, you know, sometimes,
I love it, but I love your enthusiasm. You know what I mean? You ran right in there.
you know, that's what I'm known for.
Great. Hey,
Yeah.
you wouldn't happen to be good with machines, would you? You look like you might be good at machines and tackling.
I am pretty good at machines. I do not know you, but I do like you.
I
Andre.
like you too.
You have given me a nickname, which is pretty cool.
All right. Wouldn't it
People
be
do love being given nicknames by people they just met.
Yeah.
It is famously a thing that
famously
people like.
people love it more than anything.
If the nickname is accurate,
Yeah.
I think it's 50-50.
Lex says, give me one.
Viv is just like has her forehead in her hand. Like,
And TK is just in the
Yeah,
Matrix.
TK's in the Matrix. Great. Well, Tackle, if you would take a look at that security panel next to that second door, I think there might be some valuable things in there. Just call it Pizza Boy Intuition. Your nickname is...
He's crossing his fingers.
You haven't done anything yet except be rude to me. I don't have one yet. You don't want me to give you one yet. Wait 15 minutes. Let's hang out a little bit more, and
Okay.
I'm going to have a good one
All
for
right,
you.
that's fine. I don't want you to name me after being rude.
Yeah, sure.
TK, when you connect your deck into the universal data jack on this console, you see in the infinite plane of the Matrix, you just see one thing, and it's a small icon of the municipal data center building. Next to it is standing a slightly flickering, like, beep cop. It's just like a sort of line drawing of a patrolman. And in large letters, it says, notice, lockdown. There is a small, like, text field, basically, that is blank. And in front of it is just the letter P and a colon. And that's it.
I think TK wants to take a minute to switch his attributes on his deck.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, you know what? This is a government building. Couldn't see anything in here. Probably some ice.
Lash,
Mm-hmm.
do you go over to the other door?
Yes, I go over to the other door. Let it be known in Lash's mind, she is interested in the door in general, but she's not sure if she's going to share with Andre the Pizza Boy yet the information, though she is leaning towards telling him because she has a hard time not saying whatever's on her mind.
You get to the security panel that's next to that second door, and it is glowing a dull orange red, and you can see that it says, notice, lockdown.
She says, looks like we're on lockdown.
That's so rad. What a rad thing to say.
You mean we need TK to clear this thing?
And then I guess he just walks up to the cop.
Okay. Just in VR?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a...
It's just a line. There's just a text box there.
It is literally, it's like a drawing of a cop.
It's that friendly clip art, that Windows 95 clip art of a cop.
Yep.
I guess he just writes stop in the text box. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
When you type stop and you press enter, there is the software honks. The cop sort of like, it's not an animation, it just flips to another pose. And he points his finger out and has a grimace on his face. And the text field goes blank.
Guess that's not the password.
We need a.
I guess. Can
we communicate with him when he's in VR?
I'll just send a comm message and say, I think it needs a password. Can you look for something that looks like a password? I'm gonna try and get in. So I guess I'll use hack on the fly and see how many marks I can get.
Meanwhile, Viv looks at the passed out Michael and says, password. And she walks over to him, places a hand on his forehead, and casts Mind Probe at a force of 4.
Oh.
Does he? I guess he probably...
No, it works.
Yeah, he can't resist.
Congratulations, you've walked through an open door to an empty room.
It's just a bunch of his favorite clips of stained glass windows.
Yeah, and Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Just
like every episode for every season that was like a very special episode. Those are the only things that are going in Michael's mind.
6 hits on the hack on the fly.
Ooh,
nice.
What's your
damn.
limit on that?
Someone's in.
Is 7. So that's still under.
And what is the opposed for that?
Sorry, 1 second. Let me find that.
It is probably like device rating and firewall?
Intuition plus firewall. So yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Damn, dog. That's the best hacking we've seen in a while.
Lux,
I mean, exploding 6s makes TK good at hacking.
Lux sends a message that just says, "Did you try stained glass windows?"
I don't think this guy is a.
Is this one
I
who
don't
set
think
the
he's an
password?
employee.
Yeah.
I think he's just a security guard.
I have a feeling he's a member of City...
The lock 'em up safety gang.
Yeah.
Safety gang.
What did it
Lock it up, safety gang.
Yeah.
You said the only word that wasn't in it.
I know. I nudge Lux. And I point at Viv and I go, "That's why I wouldn't shake her hand." You see that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'll wait to complete that.
Yeah, I'm dying to see.
That is too many dice.
Okay, all right, come on.
Too many dice.
Too many
I think I
dice.
still maybe got it.
Ooh, it's gonna be close.
No, never mind. He's
Oh,
got 3. He's got 4
more
60s.
60s coming.
These are mine.
Yike.
Oh, boy.
Yike.
If he gets one more hit, then I can't get it.
Are you? Wait,
Oh, we're playing exploding sexes, y'all.
This is the rules.
I told
the,
you.
the mainframe gets exploding 6s?
That is how we have been playing.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
That was deflated.
I mean, look, I can't do better
powerful
than 10
mainframe.
dice.
Yeah, that's just the buzzsaw.
Viv, what are you? It's okay.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
wait,
there's a lot that's going to happen in relationship to a failed sleaze action.
Oh,
So let's finish your part first, and then we'll get into
Oh,
it.
no. Okay.
Finish, Viv. Yeah.
Okay.
Viv, what are you looking for specifically in Michael Stewart's mind?
Well, Viv got 4 hits, which reveals what they consciously know and the recent memories up to 72 hours. I'm looking for a password. I'm looking for how to stop the siren.
Okay. I don't think this guy has used the password in the past 72 hours. I mean, this is probably the first time he's ever run for the alarm in working here. You do see a lot of like scenes of him in a not very expensive like series of connected apartments with a bunch of very, very old and sort of frail people. And some of them have like exoskeletons that are helping them get around. And he's bathing them. He's giving them sponge baths and like helping them eat and things like that. And like bringing in the laundry and stuff.
Why
Well,
do you guys do this? Every time we
So
we damage someone, they're the best, most golden-hearted person.
but does he? Well, this may not be for me to ask, but like when he comes in every day, is there like an order of operations? Would he have passed like anything that we would remember or he would remember as safety equipment, procedural stuff, lists of things to do and not do?
Yeah, it's not just 72 hours worth of stuff. It's anything they consciously know.
Anything they consciously
so
know.
if he does know the password,
Or where it would be hidden?
yeah.
This man is hired to sit.
He is scanned in with biometric data. You know, his job is to press the red button if Shadowrunners try to
it.
break into the room.
Got
And he
it.
did
And
that
by hook or
job.
by crook, he got it done.
Did it.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, Viv takes her hand off his forehead. It sounds like a suction cup for medically unsealing.
He would know what is through the other door.
Oh yeah, sure. You can know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what you see.
yeah. Here, let me, I'll fill in some of the blanks. This man is mostly hired to sit. What you see in his memory and everything that he consciously knows is like coming to this building most weekday nights, ordering a pizza and watching TV. That is what, like, with his feet up. That's his life. That's his job. Like, you see him going home to his empty apartment. Like, you see him, on the weekends going to the park and feeding the pigeons. Like, that's what he knows. Several times he has gone through the second door where you can see a dark hallway, a dark staircase, another dark hallway, and then a really dark tunnel. And in the tunnel, you can see more wires. That's what's down there. And you can see that tunnel is very, very long. That one part of it ends, but the other part of it goes a very long distance. Most of his interactions with what's in the building are perfunctory. Like, he looks at things and will use his thumb to clean off a part of the server rack. That's it. He does not touch anything. Because he doesn't know what the password is doesn't mean that he doesn't have access to it. He's just never had to use it.
Right.
But that might not matter.
Yeah.
Because TK has just failed a sleaze action.
Mm-hmm.
When you fail a sleaze action, a couple things happen.
Oh, please tell us what.
The first is the system is alerted to the presence of an intruder.
Mm-hmm.
It now knows that you are around.
Yes.
The secondary result of that is that police officer outline drawing go from sort of like grimacing and pointing to having a stern look on his face, squaring his shoulders, and he's now holding his baton and has smacked it into one hand.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Good night.
I think the only way to handle this, which is weird because it's only you, is that we are now in initiative.
Okay.
I don't think any of you are in initiative, but TK, until he resolves this situation, is in initiative. Outside of TK, in the domed room with the patch bay and the server rack, the alarm goes from a sort of intermittent beeping and a dull orange light to now it's dark, bright red, loud. Like hot, like alarm, bad, something bad is happening.
This is probably fine.
Something.
No one's gonna notice
Yeah.
this.
So if Lash notices that, oh no, this probably means TK is having a hard time, can she
Help.
Same
she
question.
go
Is there
into
anything
VR?
that we can do?
Yeah.
There is no wireless
So
connection.
Right.
if you find another jack, maybe.
So
So if I look around the room for another jack, what am I gonna find?
As you walk around looking for another data jack, you are sort of frantically just circling the ring of the room, and you find a much smaller control panel that is in the center of the largest patch bay wall, and in the very center, there's one universal data jack.
Okay. Hey, Viv, anything useful in that guy's head?
No.
Okay. I'm going in. Just don't touch me or do anything weird, okay? I know we don't know each other, but we've been
Fine.
pretty chill. Everything's been pretty chill so far. Let's just keep it chill. Let's keep it light, okay, folks? Going in.
Okay.
Viv is just standing by Michael, patting his head.
TK, next to you materializes another human form. What does, quote unquote, Andre the Pizza Boy look like in the Matrix?
Andre the Pizza Boy in the Matrix is literally just, do you remember Evangelion? You remember when they talked do you remember when they talked to Seal, and Seal is just represented by an obelisk with an eye? He's just an obelisk with an eye. He goes, "Hi, I'm a creepy obelisk with an eye. Sometimes I deliver pizza.
It's
What
you.
is going on in here?
You fucker.
You're a fucker. What's happening? Why is that clip art mad at us?"
What did you get when you rolled initiative?
Oh, also VR initiative.
Roll
It's-
VR initiative.
sorry.
yeah.
Which is wait,
fun.
hold on. I have
We've never
totally-
done this.
So I have an error on my Excel sheet where it says roll VR initiative.
VR, cold or hot?
This is
Cold.
cold, yeah.
VR initiative is your intuition plus 3d6.
Okay, intuition.
So I just roll
3d6.
Roll
I have to
three-
actually roll 3
and
dice.
add the numerical value that shows
So
up.
Can I have a D6, Taylor?
Wow, it sucks that technomancers can't jack in.
I just want to note that it is utter bullshit that I rolled 1 away from my limit and did not get any marks.
Lash goes over, tries to find another data jack, and just put her finger in there. Does it?
16 plus 5, so 21.
Mine is 17, I think.
Does that big metal arm not punch clip art? Is that the problem? Is that the issue?
In VR, it's like a physical arm. He doesn't have a metal arm in
But I
VR.
saw you in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this guy, I don't know. He's just standing there. Now he's mad. I don't know. I did my best, man.
Hey, listen, I get it, dude. This is an old system and it's really weird.
David's walking in the front door, looking through the slat, looking outside.
We left the pizza out there.
Somebody
You can see it. It's getting cold. And
You
there
it's-
left the
really
pizza out
pizza
there. That
in
wasn't
there?
delicious.
Is there really pizza in there? I wonder. I would love a slice of pizza right now.
Okay, here's how we're gonna do this, because this is strange. We're going to go through the first round of initiative for everybody who is currently battling a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to go to the outside world and talk about what you guys are going to do. And then we're going to go back and we're going to switch back and forth. We're going to see what happens.
Cool.
Everybody feeling okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So great.
Nobody's confused about what's going on?
Nope.
Andre and TK, what you see as you jack into this local system and you trigger the security response, the outline of the police officer that changed from sort of welcoming to scolding to now threatening disappears, sort of blows away in a dust of bits, and the text box that you could have previously put things into also fades away, and forming up from the grid of ground that works as sort of the plane of the matrix, you see a kind of lo-fi similar outline of a traffic cop. And the traffic cop has a boot, like a car boot in their hand. Do you know what these things are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has a car boot in their hand. A very flat computerized voice says,
Central Command alerted your presence is not appreciated. Please remove yourself from the premises.
Sure.
Andre, you act first.
Sure.
You understand this to be ice.
Mm-hmm.
You do not know immediately what kind of ice this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you can do
Yeah.
is you are in a situation where you can leave.
Yeah.
You can unplug, and this is not a problem you have to deal with.
Okay.
You can attack the ice,
Mhm.
which is kind of like attacking the building, and you would do that with something called data spike, most
Yeah,
likely.
yeah, yeah.
There are a bunch of different ways to attack things.
Okay.
Data spike is the most sort of normal one. And so if you were to do that, you would roll something, the ice would roll something against that, and we would go from there. Or any number of things. You can plan with TK, you can talk to the people who are in the room if you want.
Okay.
It's your call.
All right.
You're in a very weird situation in that, you don't know what you want from
Right.
this system yet.
Yeah.
It just knows that someone who shouldn't be here is trying to get in and is going to try to hurt them. But,
Okay.
again, you can just unplug and you won't have to deal with it.
Right. Well,
But you will
knowing
be, not plugged into the system anymore.
right.
I mean, we're kind of trapped in this building.
Yeah,
aren't we?
knowing what I know about Andre, I'm gonna look over at TK first and be like, okay, Slugger, let's see. You tried the password. Now we've got this angry thing. The system's old, and I don't feel intimidated by that, but it's weird, and I don't like how weird it is.
Yeah, that car boot is not looking cool.
That car boot. Listen, I've never been more threatened by clip art in my life.
I've
It
never
really is.
seen
It looks like a sprite.
Yeah.
It looks like
That's what I'm
if you-
picturing.
if you were to pivot around it, it would continue
in
to
my
follow
head,
you.
we're in a battle in Earthbound right now.
It's very
Yes,
close.
yes.
In my head, it looks like
Same.
Earthbound. And so I'm just kind of like right down to the weird music. I'm just like, I don't know why it's playing background music. This is super odd. This is some okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to data spike.
Okay.
You're right behind me, right?
Yeah, I got you.
We got this together, right?
Yeah, I guess if we got it, yeah. All right.
Yeah, okay.
And
Here we go.
TK holds out his fist for like a pound, virtual
All right.
pound. You don't have a fist. You're an obelisk.
I'm an obelisk, but I'm going to move slowly towards you.
All right.
The obelisk kind of shuffles to the side.
To the
And
boxing
trust
glove.
that this part of me is my fist.
All right.
There we go.
All right.
Okay,
Let's do
pal.
this.
So how do I data spike?
Cyber combat plus logic.
Cyber combat plus logic.
It's crazy. I don't think I can help in any kind of way.
8 dice. What'd I get? 4 hits.
And you resist with intuition plus firewall.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think this is our first, my first Matrix combat since our test games.
No.
I apologize for the fact that you can't see it because I'm not going to do it because it's going to take too long. But the dice pool of the building in this situation is 18.
Wow.
Oh God!
What?
No.
Yes.
Ty goes to the Shadowrunner.
Yeah!
What? It rolled 21 dice with exploding
Slugger.
6s and only got 4 hits.
Oh,
Yes.
Slugger,
Yes.
we're on fire today.
Hell yeah.
We love chance.
So what happens? What happens?
So do you have it written down what the damage value of?
It equals attack plus 1 divided by hit plus 2 divided by or 2. Well, it's like attack plus 1 plus...
Shadowrun.
Yep, you do 3 damage.
Great.
You get to describe what you do and what this looks like. And the idea is that all the actions that you take in the Matrix are thematic to what your persona looks like.
Okay, so the eye on the obelisk turns a bright red, charges up a lot, and then fires a very thin beam, like almost a 2-atom thin beam, straight into the center of the car boot. Right where right where the part where the cops put the key into the car boot and
Yeah,
lock it up.
yep.
Fire a laser right into there. Yep.
The sprite of the traffic cop sizzles and statics a little bit, and for a moment it disappears and then blips back into existence like a CRT TV coming to life.
So, Slugger, here's what I've learned. This building is bad. We are in a bad building. This is a bad, strong building, and we are in a lot of trouble. I don't think this is going to work for us again. What is your confidence in yourself?
At this moment, the building, the traffic cop says the exact same thing that it said before.
Central Command alerted your presence is not appreciated. Please remove yourself from the premises.
And it slides towards you, Andre, not moving its feet, just sliding
just
towards you.
We're playing Doom now.
Yeah, and you see the arm that is holding the boot raise as though it is going to swing it at you. It's
Wow.
like not an animation, again, just like
Right.
blinks. I need you to roll logic plus firewall.
Okay. Firewall is going to be 5, and
Your logic is 5.
logic is 5, so I need to roll 10.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
I think it's snooping. It's trying to intercept some Matrix traffic, because I don't... Wait, logic plus fire... Yeah, I don't see any... There aren't any other opposed rolls that use logic plus fire, except for spoof, command, and snoop.
So this thing is connected to the Matrix.
Wait, hold on. Let me check the ice thing.
Oh, I see you're metagaming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's blaster. Never mind.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
How many hits did you get?
2.
Oh, this is bad.
This is very bad.
gotta
I
get
just
outta
told
here.
you this is very bad.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe I'm going to get killed
fuck.
by clip art.
It might link lock you.
This is 8-bit police brutality, and you're watching it. And I want you to tell the world.
We're going to get out of here. I promise. We're going to get out of here.
One of us is getting out of here, and it looks like it's not me.
So,
Oh no.
No, I think we can do this.
you get your obelisk gets whacked across the eye.
Oh,
There's
it's the
a-
only feature he has.
There's a dull kind of impact, and you feel like a little shaken. And you look down, and embedded in the base of your obelisk
It's the car boot.
is the car boot.
Well,
You have been link locked.
I live in this building now. I will die in this building now.
What does
Can
that,
you explain
what
what
does that
link locking
mean?
means?
So link locking means that you cannot willingly jack out. You can, I believe, in this situation, physically remove yourself. You can unplug the plug, but you will take dump shock
shock, yeah.
damage.
Okay.
So like you will hurt yourself, but you can leave. But you cannot now willingly leave,
Even if we defeat the security?
even if you defeat the security.
Okay. Can I help get him out?
So TK, you're next.
Yeah. So I'm looking through all the things that I can do.
You know, on top of all of this, we left the pizza outside.
I
If
don't-
I'm going to die in this building, I'd like to die with pizza in my stomach, Slugger. This is such a problem. Your entire crew is a problem.
You encroached on our run. What are you doing here? Who are you?
Encroached on what run? Who was upstairs first?
You're an
Do
obelisk.
something. Get me out of here.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna
Your
try. Who are you?
presence is not appreciated.
Great, kick me out. Open the door and let me out of the building, dummy.
Is there anything I can do to help with a link lock? I don't see anything in this.
I believe it is something that only the person who is link locked can attempt to resist.
Right. I
Yeah.
guess it's hardware plus willpower is the jack out
Mhm.
thing.
Okay.
I don't know what I can do here. I think TK's like, fuck, this is really serious.
Hey, Slugger.
Yes?
You get out, find another way to get these doors open. You shut down the alarm, okay? This is an old building. There's a physical way to do this.
All right. TK's gonna jack out.
TK, you are back in the room. You are, in effect, out of initiative.
Okay. He sends a message to Andre saying, all right, I'm gonna look for a button, I guess.
You are now leaving Fun City. Special thanks to Anthony Carboni, who will return in the thrilling conclusion to this episode, Lockdown Part 2. You can find a link to all of the places he is on the internet in the show notes. Thanks for listening, and if you want to support the show, get access to bonus one-off episodes, our bi-weekly post-episode chat show, Fun Chatty, and our Discord, head on over to patreon.com/Fun City Ventures. And of course, thanks to all of our current patrons for help keeping this ship afloat. We'd also love it if you told your chums about the show, shared it on social media, drew us some fan art, gave us a rating on iTunes, or just came by to say hey on Twitter.
I'm Bijan Steven, and I am TK. You can find me online at Bijan Steven on Twitter, which is BIJANSTEPHEN, or on Instagram, and you should just Google that.
I'm Jen De La Vega. I am Viv. You can find me online at Randwiches. That's the word sandwiches, but just replace the S with an R.
This is Nick Guercio. I play Luxe Scythe. You can find me on Twitter at NGUERSH and Instagram at NGuercio, GUERCIO.
This is Shannon Odell. I play Lash Goodbog. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Shodell, SHODELL.
This is Taylor Moore, and I play all the bad boys. I'm at Taylor.biz.
My name is Mike Rugnetta. I am your GM. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mike Rugnetta. You can find the show on Twitter and Instagram at Fun City Ventures. Fun City was recorded at Fortunate Horse in beautiful Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Fun City was produced, edited, and sound designed by me, Mike Rugnetta. No offense meant to Pixlriffs if he happens to be a Coronation Street fan. Fun City's music is by Sam Tyndall. Our art is by Tess Stone. Our Discord mods are Olivia Goulin, Kit, and Kestrel. And the voice of Artemis is Molly Templeton.